saw a little video on the Shade Room. It was a video of this girl talking. She was saying how her and her man, what's this thing called? They both work, but then when she gets her paycheck, she gives it over to her man, and then her man gives her $100 allowance. But then he pays all the bills. He takes care of all the finances and things like that. So, like, that's what she said. And then there was a lot of uproar. A lot of people saying, yo, this is crazy. This is mad. What's wrong with you?
Crazy.
Da-da-da-da-da. For me personally, and I'll say my opinion before I get to y'all. For me personally, I actually didn't think it was that bad. I personally thought that, yo, if you're married to somebody and like it's y'all both working towards shit and one person is better with finances, let that person deal with the funds, and then everyone knows their role in the relationship. So the person who's good at finances deal with the money. You get your allowance, you get the amount you get, whatever. But it's for the great. I don't know, bro. Nah, but the way I think about it is because it's for the great. If you're in a if you're married to someone, it's a team.
Yeah,
you need to be working as a team.
You have captains too, right?
Yeah,
so technically
the captain's handling the money, or maybe not the money, or making the decisions if they're not handling the money, whatever. But I understand that, and like that's where my mind goes off to. But like I do understand that you want to keep a little for yourself just to protect yourself in case shit goes wrong. But just the premise of giving it to the person who's better financially to handle the funds, I don't see the problem with it. But I don't see why everyone's cheesed. I think everyone's cheesed. Me personally, I think everyone's cheesed because she's giving it to her man. If it was the man giving it to the shorty, I don't think people would be as cheese. Sure. But that's where I see.
But it's also saying like allowance.
Yeah,
like the whole,
that's the thing. Allowance.
Like, when you say allowance, I feel like it kind of takes away from like.
Because
being
like you're asking, it's not like a team anymore, fam. Like more so sounds like
it sounds like
a hierarchy.
Here, hold that.
Like,
you know what I mean?
She called it an allowance, so I'm assuming that's the terminology.
That's probably what he fed her, though.
That sounds like manipulation, bro.
That sounds like a system that he has. Like that sounds like it's his system. Like it sounds like she's fully submissive to whatever is going on.
Like the person handling the person like more intelligently financially to handle the funds, it makes sense. But like for me to make money and for me to give it to somebody else, and for them to tell me how much I can get of my own money, that I'm not gonna lie, that can't really
does sound a little wild.
Like,
what she said, she can ask for more money during the week if she needs it.
See, like same thing. Like it doesn't. I shouldn't have to ask. Like it should literally be like a joint. Like, if anything, should a joint account type of thing.
Yeah, let's invest money together into this portfolio.
That's probably why people are
like
upset.
You know what I mean. Imagine making like you're in your career, whatever you're making. Say like every paycheck you're making like $2-3 grand. Imagine getting $100, bro. And he's like, oh yeah, like I'm investing for us, like yeah, I'm saving for us, like.
But they're also paying all the bills.
Yeah, paying all the bills. Yeah, but then you still have to ask for money. Like you still have to like.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, what if I want to go get some Jordans today?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
what if I want to go lake with my dogs?
Now you gotta ask your shorty.
Like, go to dinner.
Imagine
what's
every
a bank
time
account for them?
Bro, I would be cheese, bro. Imagine every time I want to go, I step out. I'm out with the mandem and I want to buy a little food to eat.
Gotta send a quick text.
Or if I'm out, I'm drinking with the mandem and like I want to pay the bill.
Gotta send a quick text. You better hope they see it. And I hope it's not a 3 to 5 business days.
What if we're in the middle of nowhere at a cottage or something, and there's no service and type of vibe? Like, what am I doing?
Like, you should have access to some type of card, like a second card.
That's what I mean. Like,
but like the thing is, I understand the premise, especially when it comes to paying bills.
And I agree with that. But allowance, like I feel like, say like you have a total, say like I make $5K a month and she makes $2K a month, and our bills are $4K a month. Like, however, say I take my 30%, my money, my 30% will go towards the bills. Say whatever the difference, and what we have, like, we can invest whatever, but we should be able to have our own, like, the allowance part is what's not, like, the more logical, the more business-minded person, sure, but there should be some type of ratio. Like, I should at least have 30% of my own paycheck, like, you know what I mean? Like, at least.
But, okay, like, so what happens if you get 30%, but they still call it an allowance? Is that bothering you?
Why is it called? It's not actually. It's my paycheck. It's my direct deposit. Like I would send that over there and retain. It wouldn't be an allowance. It'd be my paycheck.
That's what I mean. I feel like it's the shorty that's like she must be like misconninous or like whatever that term is called. Like we're like she doesn't mind being like a pet or like belittled or like like we're like an allowance. Like if I heard that, I'd literally be like, okay, like you're literally on some fucked like daddy like sugar mama type shit, you know, like where the guy's literally like
a lie.
Like if she's a stripper or some shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and she gives all her money to this guy because he's smart and like she loves him or whatever. Manipulation, whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Finesse.
And she calls it an allowance to give it back. I feel like she'd only like that because I feel like no one else in their right mind would want an allowance from their own money. Even if they are coming together joint to like save or like invest or whatever, like you're still gonna want your own money. Like you're not gonna want to have to ask someone else for your money.
I hear that still.
You know, like,
all I'm saying is, bro,
unless you like that shit.
As soon as you say allowance, the first thing I'm thinking about is a little you. Remember when man's touched their first little lunch money? That's the first thing that comes to my mind, bro. Lunch money, yo, hold that. You go to lunch and then you buy a one box, one pizza and a juice, and you hold that till you get back home for dinner type of vibes. That's what comes to my mind when I hear allowance. You're a grown adult. You're breaking your back at work, sweat, like, and you're telling me you're getting an allowance, bro?
You're getting an allowance.
I'm not hearing that.
Imagine she's making more than him.
Yeah,
that's what I mean, bro.
I didn't say anything about making
exactly.
money.
I said imagine she's making way more than him.
But that's what I'm saying.
Nah. Like he's still holding it down. She's getting 100. You're making the 5 and he's making the 2, but you're getting 100 a week. He's holding that down, like he's handling that, or she is, or whatever.
Yeah, but like, yo, if she makes more and wants to hold the bills and I don't have to send nothing.
No. Making more doesn't mean that she manages her money. Yeah, she can manage.
Oh, so you're saying her money's her money, but my money's hers also.
No. She makes more than you,
but she gives you all the funds, and you manage the money, even though you make less.
No, I'm flipping it on him. So say like she makes way more than you.
Yeah.
No, you make more than her, and she makes less, but she manages all the stuff, and you only get $100.
That's the situation I'm talking about, though. That's why I'm like, bro, like, how are you grinding? You know, you're breaking your back, and then you can only hold an allowance of what you just worked and grind your. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that, like, to me, off the bat, something's wrong there, because it's kind of like, bro, well, hold up. So I'm coming home bust, tired. And I'm only holding $100.
I think the main barricade, the roadblock here is that like you should know enough to be able to manage your own funds.
Facts.
Because like even if let's say she's making way more money than you and she comes to you to manage and you can like she asks you like, oh, how much should I have for like this week? So you give her an allowance of like, okay, this is probably the right amount for you to spend and still save and invest. That's if you're handling the money you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I mean. Her roadblock herself is that she should know how to like manage her funds as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like deal with her so that she doesn't have to rely on giving someone else her money, and relying on a fucking what's it called again? Fucking
her man husband?
No, like the money.
Social assistance. That's the only thing I could think about.
Allowance. Okay. Oh, you won't have to like.
I was like, what? Social assistance? Like, yo, is that
like you could have said it? Oh my god, damn, that's hilarious.
Like, what? Yeah, that's.
But then you know what I mean. Then you wouldn't have to rely on asking the guy for an allowance because you know how much you should spend. Like,
but the thing is, in a relationship, not everyone is good at everything. So maybe like some relationships, money is not an issue. Both people know how to handle funds and they'll handle it whatever way they decide. But maybe in this relationship, they both realize, yo, if $1 hits her account, that $1 is gone the moment it hits. All of a sudden, she had a 10 grand paycheck. And all of a sudden, that paycheck is gone 2 seconds after. And she's come to a realization that if I don't give this money out, I'm never seeing this $1. I'm not saving, da-da-da-da-da. And then they decided for their relationship that, yo, I need you to stop me from spending more money. And that's what they came to, right? Because for me, like, every relationship is different. You got to figure out what works in your relationship. For
Facts.
Me, I don't want to have to start, me personally, I don't want to have to be giving someone an allowance. If you can handle your funds, I don't think I want to be in a relationship with you. But the thing is, I understand that for people who are in a relationship with gamblers, or people like stuff like that can't handle their funds. And if you can't handle it, yo, go do your thing. Take your allowance. Take your $100 allowance. Make sure to give your paycheck off to your man or your girl, and then, you know, take the crumbs off. Good for you. You're good.
Yeah, facts. I just feel like, yo, as long as, you know, the bills are paid, you know, and all that stuff is situated, like, then if you feel like, for example, if I make the most money, right, and I'm not good with handling money, like, I'm okay, but she's better at it than me, you know, I'll slap her, like, about, you know, like, 80% of, like, what's coming out, and then I'm gonna hold the 20, because, like, to me, that's kind of like, you know, I could do a 1-2 or 20% of what I made, because I know you're gonna take care of the crib, you're gonna pay the rent, you're gonna hold the utilities, your shopping, the groceries, you're holding that. Like, I know if you have the right, you know, the mortgage and things. Like, if, of course, you know, man, you know, you gotta own your own thing. Yeah, you know, we're gonna talk about ownership on this podcast, you know. Right. But let's just, for example, you're not at that level yet, and you are just renting. You know, if she's blessed at just managing the funds, slap her 80%, and you could hold her 20, you know, and just vibe out.
Like 50%.
Cycle of money, bro.
20%, 20-80 is the split that I would. That's the most. Anything, fam, $100, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yeah. 2 bands.
Mind you, if you're not working for much money, like, it's gonna hurt you way more. Like, if you're neck and neck for the bills, and you know what I mean.
That's what I mean, like, bro. If you're at that stage and you still can't handle your money, or like you need someone else to rely on, then like,
facts. You know what I mean?
You know. It's different if you're like a stripper and like you just get bare fucking cash.
You and the stripper talks.
This guy loving on the stripper talks.
Yeah, I have to say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, but like
strippers too. Anyway, they pay taxes.
Strippers pay taxes now? Ain't no way.
What was that cycle of money you're showing me as though?
Yeah, strippers pay taxes.
Strippers pay taxes.
So those who want.
So how do you punch that in? Like, that means
it's
every
just
time
like
you go
any
to work,
cash business. You just claim a certain amount. It's cash business.
So pretty much it's easily scammable, is what I just heard.
Yeah, that's easily scammed.
You claim an amount. Are they?
Yeah, cash businesses is it's easier to. Cause you don't.
Yeah, you're not.
You just claim like whatever like deductibles you need, like whatever like liabilities and stuff like that.
I think there's more opportunity for write-offs, but I don't know if it's as easy. Like, it's easier to scam than a regular job, but I don't think it's easily scammable.
If you okay, but I'm talking for example, if you own a bakery and you have a cash business, like there's nothing that the government can say, like, you show them how much flour you buy, your eggs, whatever.
Yeah, that's facts.
But like, if a cheesecake costs $6 and I'm saying it cost $4, like they paid $4, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. At the end of the day, when taxes come, they want to know how much you made in a total. They don't care about how many cupcakes you sold.
Yeah, this is an absurd amount or some crazy wild.
Not even as long as the numbers could match, then it makes sense.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Where it's like. But it doesn't have to actually match, if you get what I'm saying.
Of course not. Yeah. That's where the scamming part comes in. It's like, yo, like, it costs $4.
It's only a scam if it's illegal, so...
Well, it's a finesse. It's a
to
finesse.
me, in my way, it's like, it's a legal scam, which technically is a finesse. You know what I mean? It's like...
but it's legal, though. It's like me winning... I'm doing Forex and I win 100K. And I have a tax bill from another business that's $50K, I could write that off. I could just cancel those off.
Yeah, right? I definitely.
Or I could take my profit and I can put it into a house, and I could take equity out of the house and then use it as a write-off on whatever tax bill I have. Yeah. That's not illegal, but I just finessed it.
I'm just using a different terminology because I see it as finessing. Because, like, for example, this might not be relatable to tax, but the banking system, that's one of the biggest, like, scamming, legal scamming, as I would say. Like, how are you charging somebody for non-efficient? Like, if they don't have money in their account, you're slapping them a fine on top of that. They're already, like, negative in their account, right? Insufficient funds type of vibes. You feel me? And then they're trying to piggyback off of the fact that you don't already have money. Like, to me, that's kind of
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
To me, that's kind of a finesse and a scam at the same time. It's like taking advantage of it. You're down? Well, let me kick you down some more.
But the thing is like, if you once you hop into like the space, it's really a game, and like if you play the game, then it's like, okay, boom, the bank takes your money, right? They're like, okay, we know that you don't know how to make money. That you work for your money, but you don't really know how to make money. Because, like, if you do, they would be able to see that, right?
Facts.
So you don't know how to really make. So they're like, yeah, give me your money. We'll hold this for you. We'll give you 1% on the entire year, right? And then still, it's going to be less than that because we're going to deduct 25 beans every month for a charge. And whatever... However, your contract is structured for your account, if you make more than 24 withdrawals, they're charging you another 15 beans, like all this stuff, right? But the thing is, like, if you're able, if you, like, in a Forex broker world, like, when you go into a broker, like, you can't escape, like, fees are everywhere. For you to put money in, they charge you. For you to place a trade, they charge you. Like, everything's a charge. But if you can make money on the back end, then that's where it's the difference. So knowing where to put your money, like rich people don't store money in the bank, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. They have houses, they have stuff, they have properties, portfolios, like all this shit.
Investment, stock market.
So that's how you cheat the system on the back end instead. But like us now, it's like, you know, swimming in the fucking in the overdraft and like like they're kicking me down, like, you know what I mean? An extra $15 charge, like fuck. Yeah. But it's just really like, you're not playing the game. Facts. You know what I mean?
You're not. But that's like a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even know it's a game. That a lot of people just see it as like,
it's a big factor.
Like this is just what I have and this is the money and like I'm at this level now. Instead of seeing it as like something that's like a game and something that you should like.
That is facts.
Pretty much like, bro, if you're playing a game and you know the best spots to go in the game, you know the best strategies and how to win the game, you're never gonna feel like you're being bullied by the game. You're gonna feel like, bro, like I have this, like I'm holding this, I'm a top star. You know what I mean? But like, if you don't know that, bro, you're gonna get left, right punches coming up, down. Like you're getting crushed.
But the thing is that, like, good example that you said, you can't use the analogy of a game and not think of apply the same basic logic to like even just this finance stuff. Like, how do you play Fortnite? Remember Malcolm? I used to play even 2K and Madden. Man used to whoop me and be like, Malcolm, like, fuck, like, that he's like, bro, you just have to, you don't play video games. Like, you just gotta get, until I start beating him way more. You get me? Because I'm playing way more. You know what I mean? So it's just like, bro, you can't be like, I'm broke, and then never actually dive into space or put any type of minimal effort. And then, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
Same thing at any concept of life, to be honest with you. Like, whether it's school, whether it's doing well at your job, whether it's like following your like hobbies and your interests, relationships, like, if you don't put in your research for whatever it is, or put in the time and effort to get better at it, you're probably going to stay the same. Your talent is only going to take you so far, and the network in your life is only going to take you so far.
Yeah,
you gotta like actually like, you know, like
I definitely agree on that point. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's kind of like, you know, it's just like, yo, if you don't have certain things, like if you don't have certain knowledge, you know, like you can't reach a certain level. That's pretty much how it is.
It's everything in life, like, stuff.
And unlocking the different levels of the game, the only way you could do that is by acquiring special things in that game to get you to that level.
What are the things? Teacher, man. The man even had that little, you know, a little hesitation.
I'm just saying to get there, you need special things, right? You need, it's like playing like COD, yo. Once you start leveling up your gun's nice. You're beaming every man you see.
At the beginning, it was trash.
So in the beginning you were trash because you just started. But like, what did you do? You played more. You acquired more things. You gained more experience and you leveled up. It's the same thing with the knowledge. The knowledge levels you up. You know, it gives you that, like, you know, that little thing. The knowledge is your gun, pretty much. Now you're beaming the bank back. You know what I mean? You're taking your things and you're moving up. You're leveling up. So it's the same concept, yo. Just from a game. Think it out. Just from a game. And then they say, mans, why are you always in the PS4? Why are you always... Knowledge, fam. Knowledge, yo. You know, mans are deep into it. Trust.